What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Sword Art Podcast. Welcome to Season 3, Episode 1, where today we have the mighty Beatbox, who has recently been promoted to Floor Development Team Lead. And our special guest today is Say from the Player Support Team. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hey there, nice to be here. Sensei, as everybody likes to call me. Yeah, I'm great. I'm glad to be here.
Well, we've got a lot in store. For those of you watching in chat, can you tell me how everything sounds?
Do you still have your? I think on the live stream you still have like your Twitch cup just sitting there.
The bits bar?
Yeah.
Because people can donate.
Send us bits, please.
Alright, I guess no one's saying that it sounds bad, so I'm just gonna assume it's good. Alright, cool. Sounds good for me. So let's start off with how everyone's day's been going for the start.
I mean, I woke up like an hour ago. I'm doing fine.
I've been up for about 3.5 hours now. So it's been rough.
I've been awake for about, I would say about 4 hours now.
Solid.
I finished online class yesterday. That was great.
What class?
So my life's, I'm taking speech. It's basically how you can create arguments and how you can destroy opponents' arguments. It's really good for politics.
Yeah, I took that in high school.
It's really great. Well, they don't have that in high school, unfortunately. I had to take it online. It's really great, though. I might be part of the debate team.
Oh, nice. That'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be great.
So, let's get right to what we're here to talk about today. We're going to touch on the recent site-wide discussion that's been going on with the new direction for the site. As always, we're going to talk about the current front lines, some staff status, some guilds, new guilds we're working on, and then various other aspects. So, guys, what's the status for the current front lines?
Status of what?
What's the current front line status?
I mean, it's far beyond my control right now. All I know is that like meetings are taking forever, but that's about it.
Yeah. I mean, we did introduce a new tier of items. So hopefully everybody will be stocking up on tier 3 items very soon. As for any information on the time skip, I'm not sure how far we've actually gotten into finding the boss. So I'm not sure what is going to be going on with that.
Well, it leaves for much room for debate and to see how we want to act on this new direction too. That could be possibly happening.
Yeah, with there's like two meetings going on. There's like the general one where everyone's like, what if like there's like more elaborate details than there needs to be in a boss fight, and the other one is like rip beatbox.
Speaking of the boss, what's the boss for this floor?
I'm unsure on what the name is, but I think it's like a dragon of some sort.
Say
I
you
just got from. I haven't really looked at it.
you got an
Give
idea?
me a
Say?
break.
Nope. I mean, based on what I've seen, yeah, I can't see anything else other than a picture of a dragon.
We
Let
don't
me
have
see.
any kind of information on it. We don't have anything.
Based on what I see, not quite.
I mean, I can look it up real quick if you want me.
Yeah, do that.
All right.
You can help these
21st
people
floor
out.
was 21st floor was canon in the series, right?
22nd.
Yeah,
So,
22nd. Okay.
Something about there.
I thought 21st was canon as well, but it's not.
So then, how far into the boss meeting is the front line?
I
Oh,
hear that
boy.
we're like really, really close to the end, if not the end already. So hopefully we'll be able to get to our next step in
Black
like maybe
Obsidian
4 or 5
Dragon.
more posts.
All right, interesting.
Where is it? Oh, that's 22.
Let's see.
Okay, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, its name is Tezalith, and it is a dragon from what I'm seeing. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
All right.
that's a Black Obsidian Dragon in chat. So what have we had any kind of debate on like how people are gonna attack it? Like what are the patterns that they're gonna use?
Say can answer that. I have not been a part of the meetings at all.
Come on, say you're my player support. You should know this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, Say himself just entered the thing, so I didn't read much into it, but everybody seems to be focused on, well, the other event that's going on. Like with the news of, Beats. Let's see.
God bless
Yeah,
soul.
that'll be it.
Let's see if everybody is saying, okay, so this is what people are asking for. People are asking for lots of safeguards, so possibly like a really damaging first hit, a lot of mitigation stuff, and accuracy. Like that is the main stuff that people are asking for. And according to Itzall, who made a wish list for this, the people that you could visit for these items are Morgenstern, me, and Birdie. Birdie for the recovery trinket.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
And then Beat, what other kind of has there been any kind of quests or events that have gone on in this current floor?
Like the current floor that is coming out, like in the future, or
No, the one we're on right now.
about that, not really.
Slacking, man, you're slacking.
Yeah, I know I'm slacking.
What do I pay you for? Might as well just
Don't pay
bring
me at
Ariel
all.
back to team lead.
You don't pay me at all.
Can I get paid?
No, I don't get paid.
Oh.
If Aaron pays no one, then none of us are getting paid.
So I know we've had a lot of discussion with staff for this new kind of direction. What were your guys' personal thoughts on it?
The direction of the progression? of the current floor?
Well, the entire discussion that we've been having for the past half a month, at least.
Direction of the site.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, there are actually a lot of opinions on it. Staff seem to think that like a level cap would do the trick, while many of the players want to have a system reset. There are pros and cons to both sides of it, but I think we're leaning more towards the reset right now. I think.
Well, right now, veterans are heavily against the hard reset, and it was mostly, from what we've seen, beginners pretty much that kind of just wanted the hard reset. To be honest with you, but we had like people like Oikawa, I believe Zarya Shield, just be like, no, that's not really fixing anything.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely pros and cons to both sides.
Yeah,
So,
Faye was definitely working real hard on that. I think she even linked me this one thread where you can make suggestions. Well, I think staff can make suggestions on how we can modify how quickly we can get a floor boss done, because it's been about half a year now and we're still on the 21st floor. So I think a part of what we're going to be doing to hopefully speed things up, if we don't do the hard reset, will be to change the requirements needed to make it a little bit easier to unlock the next floor boss.
Right.
Yeah, we have a lot of ideas, but right now we're kind of trying to see if a hard reset is the last thing that we can do, because that's pretty much like, well, everything's failing, I guess. That's our emergency button, I suppose.
Yeah, it does kill a lot of plot that people have going on right now.
Yeah, I know there was a couple points brought up that just open up a new server, per se. So I thought that was a decent idea. I mean,
yeah, I mean, we can do that if that's in popular demand, that people really, really want that and still really want to continue our current one as well. I mean, that's personally very possible. We could just make a sub form or something.
Right, but in that case, in that situation, what people aren't thinking about is the more stuff we put in the database, the slower the site's going to take. Which is the only con to that. It's like people are already complaining here and there that the site's getting slow, but when you have so much posts and threads and forums in the database, it slows it down.
So right now we're just kind of at a point where we're thinking about it. However, a hard reset is probably not in our best interest to do it. However, we'll just see. It's going to be. It's going to be a wide discussion. Matter of fact, the solution probably won't come instantaneously. It's probably going to be weeks of talk and stuff like that.
Right. We do need to have a good amount of staff chats to figure this out.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's nothing going to be fast. Nothing's going to come and change the snap of your fingers. So I'll make an announcement before we do something.
So don't expect like an immediate action. Just know that we are talking about it and we are taking what you all say.
Yep, we are listening. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we do have some more information with the system, more so. Have you ever spent SP on a skill that you regret? We may have the solution. You guys have anything to say on that?
Yeah. Oh, yes. For 3.0, all right, the main problem that many players have right now is that they want to change their build or at least make it a bit better, but they wasted 50 skill points on a skill that they don't need anymore. So what we're trying to do is that, okay, so I understand that when 3.0 comes out, we're going to have a skill reset. But for, yeah?
What we're talking about isn't for 3.0, but you're still on the right track.
Oh.
I mentioned that.
I didn't know it was a current patch right now. Oh, well, a patch should be coming out soon. All right,
yeah,
so
it's kind of being a system that we're trying to push out, because 3.0 is going to push out a whole skill reset anyways, but it's still going to be a part of 3.0 as well. It's also just going to be a part of future stuff that's going to come out very soon.
All right, so it's coming a lot sooner than we expected. Okay, so the thing is that hopefully when that new patch and system comes out, that you'll be able to spend coal into resetting the skill points that you spent. So basically, you can get them back for a heavy price.
Seems like we got a good amount of options for players that want to take this kind of step.
Yeah, and we understand that like people have like a lot of coal at the moment, and we are trying to give it a lot of purpose. Believe us, we're trying to give it a lot of purpose. And the heaviest thing is like, man, I want to try out this, or I don't want this anymore. So
Right.
the whole idea is for a hefty price, you can get your SP back.
So then, what else do you guys have that you want to talk about in terms of the system?
If Taeyeon was here, I'm pretty sure she could tell you, but we're working on the next patch notes, which is going to be 2.5. And we're just pretty much fixing a lot of things. We're trying to balance a lot. We're trying to prevent a lot of issues that are going on with not just being overpowered or anything, just like literally taking no damage with tanks and stuff like that. And we're just fixing pretty much the system that we were left with, pretty much.
Nice. I mean, we definitely are putting a lot of work into these updates and patches. So there's that.
Town has enslaved me. Please send help. My address is 123 help.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, help. Hey, what about the tournament? Don't we have a PvP tournament going on as well?
Yeah, it's up and running. At the moment, we just need people to sign up for it. Where you can, and it's separated by tiers, so don't worry about being paired up with someone like Calrex if you're like level 24. It's separated by tier. You can win weapons and you can win coal. And from what I'm hearing, we're also having another sort of PvP tournament kind of in being reviewed right now, made by Zorius. So we'll see how that ends up, or if it's well known. But right now we have a PvP tournament up, and we're just looking for people to participate in it. You can win You can win unique equipment. Come on, guys, it's free.
You gotta love that free 99. So how long has this been under development?
What, the PvP tournament?
Yeah.
Months, because it's just been kind of not been getting cited by a lot of people to get it approved, but it's now out there. But if no one's really interested, it's not a big deal. It'll be fine.
So now,
How many?
there was a question in chat, real quick, or the sentence rather. I don't think a level 1 would be allowed, or wouldn't be allowed. So how do you plan on handling multiple different levels with this tournament?
I mean, it's just separated by tiers. So, like, the first tier is like for level 1 through 24, and then tier 2 is like level 25 through 49, and then tier 3 is the 50 plus club. And pretty much, I'm giving everyone a fair chance. Yeah, in like lower tiers, like whoever's kind of like a higher level typically could win better. But I also just removed a couple. I removed parry. I removed buffs just to keep it fair for everyone, and for like higher tiers, like one attack does not immediately kill you.
Okay,
Or it
interesting.
doesn't really make you lose. So
Nice. Seems like it could be really fun. So definitely jump in that and give it a whirl. I mean, what's the worst that's gonna happen? You walk away with nothing? Anything else you guys want to touch on for this system?
nah.
No, I think we're good.
All right, moving on. We have had a good amount of donors through our off months. So,
Oh boy.
I would like to give them a huge thanks and a shout out. Those people are Abel, Nocturne, Kaya, Corvo, Art, Vale, and one of our monthly donors, Percival. So the current top donor is Ro, but also Percival. So huge thanks to them. You guys have anything you want to say to the donors?
Thank you very much for supporting the site. It really helps with keeping it running, and we're very grateful that you guys are able to do this for us.
I promise it won't be spent on Taco Bell.
Oops.
My bad.
If you've noticed, we have added some features. Part of that went to the upgrade, so we can have a whole new section for guilds. So there's that. That's a fun little doohickey. And we'll get to talk about that shortly.
Yes.
So, what are your guys' thoughts on the new guild section that we're trying to work on?
I have not even looked at it.
Well, if you're on site, just go over to guild.
I'm just very, I'm just very glad that like people are getting very ambitious about starting their own groups and guilds, and hopefully we're going to be making it so that you get benefits when you join a guild, you do missions, guilds, and things of that sort. Right now.
Yeah, I know there's been work on giving guild buffs or whatnot for those in the guild. So
Absolutely.
I know that was under development for a while. So I'll have to check in on that and see how we're doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just today we had a new guild sign up for it, and that was the Celestial Ascendants. Previously we had the Guardians of New Dawn, and then the Knights of the Blood Oath were probably, I think, were the first trial guild. So I mean, it's a nice little nifty little thing to really expand the guilds and their functionality.
Yeah.
So definitely play around with that and see what you can do. Because it's pretty much like its own separate subform. So if you go into it, you could have, so that's like it's a form in and of itself. So you'll have the guild owner, and then that person can set either moderators or leaders for the guild, each with their own separate permission set. So that's a pretty nice feature.
Yeah.
You can have sections for all your guild information, recruitment threads even, or like guild parties where no one else is in there or whatnot. It's pretty interesting. There's actually a lot you can do with it. That's why I said Guardians of the New Dawn.
I'm
It was just quicker.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good system. It's just right now I haven't really taken a look at it.
Yeah,
So
definitely
I'm
take some
not
time
really
to
a
play
part of the
around.
guild, so I haven't really.
I did get recent word from Hika. I call him Hikaru, as
Yeah,
everybody likes to call him. I got word from him, and he told, well, the Celestial Ascendants in the CA chat the other day test out the blog section. I myself haven't tested it out because I'm too scared that I'll just screw something up. And yeah, but the fact that we're having that soon become a thing and anyone can post under it, or at least most people, I mean, that's going to be great for guild development and recruiting.
yeah, and it's nice because then you can, then you don't need staff to manage the guild per se. The owner can invite people, accept requests. So that takes the only thing that staff need to do is approve the guild or decline it if it doesn't have enough of the requirements.
Yeah.
So I mean, it takes the whole. It pretty much takes staff out of playing that and puts the power into the hands of the guild leader. So that's a pretty cool fact or pretty cool feature. So what else have you guys played around with on the site, or any kind of uh, thing you wanted to discuss?
Let's see. Um, I want to talk a little bit about 3.0 status. So I know. Did I? Oh, wait, what? Did something happen?
No, go ahead.
All right. All right. So I want to talk a little bit about the 3.0 status. Um, I know that there has been a lot of delays and a lot of things that have been going on, and we set a certain date, but we don't quite reach it. But we keep on like trying to add a lot of things to it, and we have a lot. We have a lot of people working real hard on it. Like one of the hardest working people I know working on 3.0 is Tay herself. I think Beatbox could testify to that. So we keep on getting ideas to make it feel a lot more like the SAO that you would have on the anime. So for anybody with concerns on 3.0 and when it's going to be coming out, we hope to get it out to you guys soon. But if we don't, we're really trying to get a lot of development done on it so that everybody can be happy with it.
There's just a lot of discussion. There's a lot of even between staff. Like there are some ideas that are being pushed forward that some may like, but then like one of the GMs or some people are just like, I kind of don't like that, and then it's just an endless loop of working on it, fixing things, like going through what we can do and stuff. And plus, we're working on the system that we have now and trying to fix it because we're not just going to leave a broken system to work on a new one that could take months to finish. So
Right.
We don't want to bring out a broken version of the game and then have to patch it little by little. It's going to get very annoying.
Yeah.
So it's just so really don't expect a set day. We're tired of pretty much telling you when this should be out. Just when we tell you it's going to come out, then that's pretty much when it'll come out.
There will be announcements made for huge things like that. So just sit back
and we'll make
relax.
sure. Yeah. And we'll make sure that you guys are very happy with the results. And hopefully the wait will be very much worth it to you all.
The direction of 3.0 will largely depend on the outcome of the state of site discussion. Yeah, that is very true. We'll see how what happens. We may act differently accordingly, but I don't feel like it'll be that much of a difference. So, if anyone in the chat that's watching has any questions, feel free to send them our way, and we'll talk about them for you.
Yeah.
Did Beat you say? Do either of you guys have anything else that you wanted to hit on, or any kind of questions?
As of currently, I can't quite think of any. I mean, yeah, we pretty much are working on developing a lot of things at once. Yeah, I don't quite have any questions on my own. Nothing that would affect everyone in general, at least.
Any question? Go ahead and pop it up.
So basically, I was just wondering a little bit more on the professions and how that one's going to be changed. I haven't seen. I know there's development. I just haven't actually checked it out myself. So I was wondering if there was information that not only I could know, but anybody else would like to know about profession changes.
I do know they're being worked on to be improved. I do not know the extent of what is being specifically fixed up or whatnot. You know anything about that, Beat?
What?
You know anything about profession updates?
Right now, like there is some few changes. Some like we can't really give it away, really. However, it's still going to be something that we're all familiar to. It's just going to be changed a little bit. That's all I can really give away with it without really saying a lot.
So here's one. Are there any new weapon skills?
No.
Nah.
Just the ones that we've had, really. The only
Like, do you
skills.
mean
Go ahead.
Like, do you mean the names of them or what they're gonna do? What do you mean?
No, we don't have any new weapon types. We do plan for new ones to be added in the future, maybe the return of a couple, but like right now we're kind of people, we're talking turning some stuff. Like I wanted to like try to craft like a two-handed warhammer because those exist. I'm pretty sure they do. And we're yeah. The whole thing right now is we're not adding any new ones, but we are going to add new ones and returning ones in the future.
Yep, and we are working on unique, so just sit back
Like,
and chill with that.
yeah, the uniques are they're going.
If one of the listeners wants to apply it to staff, how do they do? How do they do
Oh,
that?
oh,
On the main page, or on any page rather, in the announcements there is the SAO staff team. If just read through that, and on the bottom there's a link that says "Go read this thread." So you'll click that link, and then it'll take you to a thread all about how do you join staff.
We're in more of need of more development. We're just kind of needing more people in the development side instead of the player support team currently.
Yep,
But
floor development, systems development could both
about
use some work or some help.
a podcast or two ago, like Beat made a promise that if you joined the PST or the development team, that he would send a picture of himself dabbing.
Oh,
So
he's held his end of the bargain, so
yeah, he's done it for me. So if you guys want a picture of him dabbing, just sign up. We could really use the people, and you end up getting a picture to hang up on your wall to show your grandchildren in the future.
if you want to see that picture, just message to Cal. He'll give you the picture. It's great.
Yeah, but we need an incentive to bring them in. Oh, more. Oh, actually, going back a little bit to the weapons, for anybody who does care, Morgenstern and Cheon, they updated the descriptions for the sword art, so hopefully it's not something
Yeah,
too specific
a
or
lot of
something that has to be.
yeah, enough of the talk of trying to get dual blades. I mean, seriously, guys, that's starting to get old. Just relax until we release some information about the uniques.
I mean, it also kind of doesn't help with uniques. It's only being made by one person, so.
Right, so just relax.
So,
We'll get around to it.
so if you ask literally any staff members besides one person on how uniques are going, they're going to tell you, I have no idea.
Sorry. We have as much a clue as you guys. They're supposed to be unique. They're supposed to be rare. They're not supposed to be known until someone actually gets it.
They're so rare that staff members don't even know what they do.
Yeah, no kidding. So, we are working on a lot for systems, so just relax and we'll keep pushing out announcements as we go to update and put in some interesting facts and whatnot. Let's see here. What else? Anyone else have any questions? That's not about dual blades or twin blades or
Whatever it is.
any kind of unique skill that will try to make someone OP.
Yep. Even I don't know a
Also,
thing.
I will give one thing about unique skills. Ravager is dead. Boom. There's your spoiler.
Ooh, getting a little teasy there.
It's dead. Press F to pay respects.
Is Wild Dance going to get reworked?
Sometime down the future, maybe. Not right now.
Yeah.
I think we're trying to get most of them just done in general and up to date versus specifics right away. Anyone else have any other questions?
You can ask anything. Just please keep it within reason, please.
No kidding. You'd go on about unique skills or, more importantly, dual blades. I will time you out.
Ooh.
What's the fate of the Death Adder NPC? Rip Taco.
Where's? Ooh.
Where'd Death Adder go? After killing Takao and Beatbox, he just kind of disappeared. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's still a good meme, but I don't think he'll be anything else but a meme. I mean, come on, you still have Heathcliff. He's level 100. What more do you want?
No kidding. Rival to Heathcliff. Throwing knives and maces. We may get some kind of throwing needles at some point. I doubt we'll get
Yeah, I was
maces.
talking
We won't get
about,
maces in this.
I was talking about making a throwing weapon. The problem with that is that it's not going to have sword art, so it's kind of hard to really come up with something. Maces is another thing that we're thinking about to come out in the near future, but right now we're working with what we got.
Rebirth is in the rework. Just, you're not going to get born with any kind of unique skill. Unless you're in like a third, fourth life of the same person. Which in that case, I'll be long dead before then, so I don't care. That's my level. That's the level I'm at. Calyx is like right behind Heathcliff.
Yes. Oh, I can't wait. I want to see them duel.
Yeah, he won't be for much longer if one of the directions actually happens, which would be implementing a level cap and time skip.
Calyx, you better hurry.
Yeah, no,
Still
sorry.
though, I mean,
You're not going to get reincarnation.
Also, yes, for people that are wondering, there are going to be.
They're going to be what? Sorry, you cut out in the end of that.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
there will be Halloween events.
You heard it from Beat. There's going to be a Halloween event, so that'll be fun. Tease us a
There's
little
more
bit.
than one.
What's the general outline of that event?
Well, one is being crafted by our lovely GM Lemon, where it's a return of a boss that Calyx gets triggered at, and another one where you just have to go around. And the okay, pretty much the whole idea is go around, gather souls, come back, and trade them for stuff.
Interesting.
If you ask Calyx what the boss is, all he'll tell you is triggered. So don't really ask.
It's triggered. Triggered. Throw a meme up on that. Is there any interest within staff to work towards staff-managed long-running storylines? It has been brought up with plot lines. I think at some point, depending on what happens with this new direction, we may implement it a little bit more.
Yeah, we're working on it, but like right now, there's just a lot of stuff that we need to work on. So.
Would there be any point when we get get special type of pets?
Special pets?
What do you mean on
Special?
special? Because
Special pets, like one of a kind familiar masteries, or
like, are we putting uniques on pets now, or what do you mean?
no? Like if you're talking about putting its own unique enhancements, currently no, we don't have any intention to do that right now. Since where we're at, we're kind of not liking the familiar system as it is, but there are going to be a cool little familiar idea that's going to come out pretty soon, but it's not really going to introduce a new mechanic or anything.
Now, skill tree for pets might be something we could work into, but
I mean,
nothing nothing unique.
Yeah, we're not really giving it any unique abilities. We're not going to add any new familiar masters or familiar masters at the moment.
Let's see here. Are there going to be any staff-managed guild events like mock battles? For those, you don't really need staff to manage them. Just
Yeah.
as long as both guild leaders are in contact, it doesn't really matter. I mean, at some point, there may be some kind of guild rated tournament, but that may be somewhere down the line. No, you can't get a Chibi Darren. Sorry. You can get a pet and catch and name it Darren. Like a rock. Let's see here. What else? Let's just scroll through the chat. Anyone else have anything they want to discuss?
Not really.
Anybody?
We pretty much went right through the agenda. So, I mean, unless anyone else has any kind of discussion or topic they want talked about, would you say performer songs can only have one instrument playing? Well,
You can have one buff playing, but like if you can somehow manage to fit more than one, if you can manage to play more than one instrument to record the song, I'd applaud you for it.
yeah. I mean, at some point we may do some kind of buff for bands or so. That's just an idea, but nothing that's gonna happen right away. Regarding pets again, go ahead, Beat.
I'm just saying, if you yourself can play more than one instrument at a time, I will applaud you.
Yeah, no kidding. Regarding pets again, is there any chance later down the line you could have more than one pet?
No.
No.
Try again. Try again in the
one
new
reason,
Aincrad arc.
I would say the main reason for that is because, well, it would take up another item slot, I guess. So you're filling up more enhancement slots.
Well, no, that's not really it, because the familiar mastery does not eat up an equipment slot. It's just we don't want to give any more buffs, or we don't want a person to have like 10,000 pets just following them.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Like they're filling up all the enhancement slots.
Come, my army of mice, we must come to the floor, boss.
Has there been any sentiment to the over-centralization of dice influencing bonuses due to the smaller numbers of the dice we're working with?
What?
That was from Nam in the chat.
I don't understand the question.
Yeah, can you rephrase that, Nam? What if the other pets don't give out buffs, and they're simply for flair?
Like the future? I mean, it's a kind of a mystery on where familiars are going. Right now, we really don't like the system at all. We're trying to figure out something to make it almost there. Maybe have a familiar tamer skill tree. Maybe those. But right now, just where it's at is where it's at, and we're not really going to change that at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, try again a new Aincrad. There's been discussion to see about using D20s. I think we have all D20s last time I checked, because Sindel said that she updated it.
Yeah, even though I don't personally like the idea of all D20s myself, I think that kind of will just overcomplicate things. But
yeah,
it's still it's right now we're just in kind of limbo with dice and stuff like that, and right now we're just trying to figure stuff out. But personally, with D20s, if it does get implemented, don't expect it to really stay around long unless we really like it.
Yeah, I mean, what are we gonna do with D20s? It's only gonna increase the amount of numbers we have, but the system will be the same.
Yeah, that kind of makes it a little harder, to be honest, and it just makes everything cluttery, and I personally don't want to really edit with that.
Right. Uh, Basically, the dice we're working with likely weren't designed for our more modern system, so they're relatively small. Things like accuracy and evasion really powerful because BD only uses a D10. So what was the question? Now means, is there any thought about how there's a limited amount of dice we can use, and dice bonuses may be a bit too strong since they influence lots of rolls?
No, there's no talk about that at all.
I mean, sure, you'll have your enhancements that can boost some uh, dice rolls, but
Yeah, the issue is with accuracy and evasion. Right now, it's kind of in a good place, I want to say. But if we increase it to D20s, the whole system is just going to be a little bit different. And uh, we'll see what the future holds for us. But right now, we're just keeping the dice where it is. And if it does transform to D20s, don't expect it to stay around long.
all right. Let's see here. 4.0 is not even a discussion right now. If all dice began using 1d2 or began as 1d2s, would you guys still think they'd be suitable for our use?
Oh, we lost Say. What happened?
You tabbed out for something.
Oh.
So go ahead and Beaton. You want to talk about just anything on types of
Say
dice
what?
and whatnot?
Say what?
Just go through the chat and talk about. Nam said if all dice began as 1d2s, would you guys still think they'd be suitable for our use?
I can't fully hear the question, and I can't really see it at the moment. Okay, like, repeat the question. Let me try to hear it again.
If all dice began as 1d2s, would you guys still think they'd be suitable for our use?
No. Personally, saves in general. By the way, don't. Right now with dice at the moment, I personally believe it's at a great place and a solid place. It's just we need to really just polish what we have towards those dice, not try to edit the chances or increasing the die values or anything like that. Personally, I think that's a horrific idea to decrease the die values that we have now or increase them. Because with D20s, I personally think it would just get numbers will be harder to really get balanced. There's going to be a lot of like either misses or just straight out hits. There's probably going to be some unfairness, and we're just trying to figure something out. But for now, just expect the D10 for battles, D12 for crafting, 20 for everything else.
Right. Gives you more chances to work different numbers into the die at this point, but you don't want to have too many, you don't want to have too less.
Yeah, right now it's just at a great place, and I personally don't see the problem with D10 used for combat. It's just we need to work on improving with what we have.
Right. For upcoming bosses, think you guys will ever do a 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse? That actually sounds awesome for a Halloween event. Yeah, at some point maybe. We'll take it into consideration.
The 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse, I'm pretty sure that would be like the best idea for a floor boss, I'm pretty sure. So,
absolutely. It allows us to give a boss for every tier as well. To give everybody a chance.
Is it happening soon? No, but it's an idea we'll keep in mind.
Yeah. Let's see here. Broken up into smaller quests. Yeah, that could be if we do something like that. Yeah, definitely. If you have ideas for events or quests and whatnot, feel free to apply to the floor development team, and
Yeah, I
we can work on
mean,
them.
for the development team, the worst that can happen is we tell you no. We're not gonna ban you. We're not gonna call you stupid. We're not gonna call you any names. If we just don't want you on the team, we're just gonna say no. But we're also gonna give you some feedback on what
On
you
why?
apply.
Right.
Like even if you have like ideas for quests and stuff like that, and you really don't want to be a part of the staff team, you can always shoot me PM. You can always you can just pretty much shoot me PM the details of that quest idea, and I will credit you. I'm not gonna try to steal your ideas.
Darren, you were rejected because you broke the system too many times.
Yeah, like the only like immediate rejection I can really tell you that would put you on the spot is if you abuse the system like so many times.
But feel free to contact Beep if you're interested.
Yeah. However, if you're gonna send an application, you gotta send that through Shark first, not just me.
Yeah, applications are sent to me.
Everything else you could just send my way. Shark doesn't need to get involved with it.
However, if I didn't break it, it would never been fixed. Anything you wanna say on that, Beat?
What?
Darren's chat. However,
I
if I didn't break it, it would have never been fixed. I never tried to abuse anything. Oh, you tried to abuse it. Let's not lie about that. But you are right in the sense that we finally got it fixed.
I mean, like if you pointing out something that's broken and then hold on, doing something that breaks the system and pointing out something that's broken are two separate things. All right.
Yeah.
They both result to the same end, but one is a better conclusion than the other.
It's about delivery. Like, the many sites that I have been a staff on before, usually there's a suggestion area. And usually we acknowledge the suggestions, but the delivery determines on how seriously the suggestions will be made. I mean, if you have genuine criticism and you're willing to tell us, oh, hey, we got to fix this, but no belittling or no trying to threaten or anything, then of course we'll be happy to do it. But the more you try to make a meme out of it and you try to ridicule the staff, saying how you should have done this, not that, and try to glorify yourself rather than trying to give us genuine criticism, we might not take it as seriously, if even at all.
More so than likely, it just kind of puts us down and just like kind of makes us not feel happy about ourselves. Pretty much, it's like we work hard to push out these systems and stuff like that, and to pretty much see it like turn into this humongous meme and stuff like that. It's just not really doesn't really feel the greatest.
Darren, we'll take you into consideration at some point. We may decide to.
I mean, to answer your question, Darren, I mean, like saying like no, we're not saying immediate on you, like because it's been a while since then, since those kind of incidents have happened, and I know that you haven't really have broken any sort of systems in like the past few or so. Right now, I'm saying like everyone has an equal chance. Just don't try to glorify yourself. Just use saying I broke these systems to fix them to be good thing to put on your resume is all.
Yeah. If you can get Beatbox to like you and let you on the floor team, then that's allowed. But nothing I can do about that. Uh, what sort of salaries do you guys receive from Aaron, and how would I go about purchasing shares? If only. I wish I got paid for this, but I don't. So we do
Aaron
not have
pays
any
us.
shares. We are not a public company, therefore we do not trade stock.
We
Yeah.
can't legally make money off this as a company.
Kasai, to talk about your comment there about staff applications, it seemed like these are good for topics or aren't good topics for podcast. We went through our pretty much the topics we came out here to discuss. So we're just kind of answering questions from people in the chat. I used the shield on another account when it gave me more BD than evasion, and you can make it so that the enemy has only 20% of hitting. On that topic, weren't we talking about giving shields a better advantage or boost per se? Beat,
Ye-
say you have anything to add on that? Like in terms
Um,
of shields being boosted?
well, most likely, if shields are going to be boosted, we're going to add a lot more effects onto them. So you have a variety of how you're going to be. Basically, there's many different ways to block damage. One way was region, another way was mitigation. While I don't know if any new stats are going to be brought up specifically, I can imagine that um, we're going to be adding new ways for you to recover your health as well as being able to block the damage. But other than that, I mean, you see, the point of a tank is to make sure that not only you don't die, but the members of your party doesn't die as well. That's why we have the hate system. If there's new ways of blocking the damage and increasing the hate, that's how we're going to be boosting it.
Yep, pretty much. Let's see here.
All right.
There he is. You have I believe you were talking at some point about boosting shields,
Talking about what?
boosting the shield's abilities and whatnot, like
Wait,
the sword and shield.
wait, what?
The shield. I
Boosting shield's abilities or enhancements.
Oh, we're not. I don't believe we're boosting that at all, really, at the moment. I think we're actually toning it down a little, actually. But we're gonna give it some cool new toys though to play around with.
And don't worry, we will boost a little bit of other uh, weapons and enhancements and whatnot to bring in the shield's ability to balance. So nothing,
Yeah,
nothing will get
we're
too
giving
over.
we're giving it cool new stuff to play around with. However, we are gonna tone it down just a little bit, so it's not making tanks, just not die or take any damage. So
Right. I just used it for a while, pointed out something about it that messed up system, then changed it. Hey, good for you.
Yay!
Yeah, we do like it when people point it out, which is why we're gonna think about letting Daron back on staff if he applies. We'll see. It all depends on the application, man. You gotta sell yourself.
roll the dice, my dude.
Let's see here. Anyone else have any other questions before we start to wrap this up? If no one has any other questions, then we'll hop on out of here and let you off with your day. Do you guys have any last kind
No.
of topics?
Nah, I'm run dry.
Nope. I think we're good.
Zell, don't worry. The podcast will be uploaded to the channel a little bit shortly after we finish up here. I've been around for, I think, over 3 years. So there's that. So I guess no one else has any other questions when that they want discussed. Last call.
I guess we good.
Yep.
Can we what? Oh, get rid of that kid. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, no, we can't get rid of Aaron. We need him. He pays the bills after you guys donate to him.
He knows that. He just wants it to be over. He just wants SAO canceled.
Yeah. Any more topics on comments on canceling SAO in any kind of chat is gonna get you banned. So, you wanna test me? Feel free, but I'm starting to stand by that. Let's see here. Nothing in the chats. Can we get a meme weapon and shield? No. Sorry. Is there going to be anything concerning ad block? We're looking into that, but if you could be so kind as to disable ad block on the SAO site and let the ads show, then we get ad revenue for that, so that's more money towards the site. Well, on that note, it is currently 12:03 Central Standard, and I think that concludes today's podcast.
Woo!
Guys,
Yeah.
it's been fun. It's been fun having you on the stream. Hope we get you guys on again sometime down the line.
Hooray. Thank you.
If you've been reading the scrolling text across the screens at some point, we will be opening up public registration for the podcast just as soon as all the staff have had a chance to get on. So, once that happens, there'll be an announcement, and we will get you guys on the show to talk about whatever you wanted to talk about that's SEO related. So, again, this has been Shark with co-host Beatbox, or Ruby, as he's now known as, with special guest Say.
I love you.
Bye.
Guys, it's been fun.
Thank you for having us on.
Anytime.
Yep. We'll catch y'all later.